Ooh, yo,
Oh, let me get in place. Behind
bird
you. I am up
behind you.
here. Okay, I'm down here. I'm down here. It's time for
I
bird
have the
of
high
the
ground.
day. So yeah, as I was saying, this is a bird that you picked because it is a bird, as you said, native to your homeland of Turkey.
Yes, it's a very good bird.
All right, so the bird today, you said, okay, I'm just looking at the notes. I saw turkey. Okay, so the bird of the day is the turkey. Oh no, it's not. It's not a turkey. It's
Oh,
red-fronted Serin.
no way.
Red-fronted Serin. Look at that little cutie. Hey, see this
Yeah.
little bird. Now, I gotta get this out. I gotta get this out. I know I already made the joke to you, but red-fronted Serin. I mean, it's got
Yeah.
red on his head.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any red on his throat or on his belly or on the
It's the
front of his
front.
feet.
It's the
Doesn't have a
front.
red beak. This is not a
Okay.
red-fronted Serin. This is a red-capped Serin. Come on. Come on, ornithologist. You got the name
Okay.
wrong on this one.
No. Tori, you gotta understand. Look, it's the front is like it's the frontal part of its head. It's not at the top, so it's not a cap. It's the
It,
front.
that's
You
true.
know.
So it's
Yeah.
like the red-visored Serin.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. They're pretty cute, though. Yeah, little cuties. Little cuties. I mean, they are little cuties. 4.3 to 4.7 inches long. That's pretty small. As you can see, they don't have
Yes.
very long tails. So, we got a little one. About a 7.5 to 8.6 inch wingspan and weighing only about half an ounce to about 3/4 of an ounce. Pretty
Oh,
small. Pretty small. Pretty
I
light.
have an emergency. I take care of. I'm back in like 2 minutes.
All right. Well, I'm going
Sorry.
to finish bird of the day, so we won't use it for
Yes.
this. I'm going to continue bird of the day.
Yes.
All right. So
Whoops.
he's gone all over the place. Hope everything's all right. All right. Well, we're going to finish here, and I'm going to finish bird of the day. So, yeah, they live about 5 to 7 years. They can live up to 15. And, well, all those stats that I just read are pretty typical for this type of bird, because if you look down at the bottom, well, of course, they are a passiform, little tiny perching bird. Pretty much all these little birds are going to be. But they're in the family Fringillidae, which is more commonly known as finches. Yeah, so the Serin is a type of finch. And you kind of look at them like, oh, yeah, that kind of triangular beak, little tiny eyes, little pudgy body. Oh, of course, yeah, that's a finch. I see it. They're a finch. And so, yeah, if you look at the map down there about where they live for the most part, they are going to be very heavily in Turkey. You see, that's where you see a lot of their high population centers are there in Turkey. But of course, you're going to see them throughout a good chunk of the Middle East there. Up into Kyrgyzstan, there's a lot of them. Again, I'm in northern India, to Nepal. Just kind of all throughout there. You're going to see a good bit of them. Not too much down in the Arabian Peninsula, but rest of the Middle East, you can see quite a lot of them. Quite a lot of them. All those little cuties hanging out there, having a good time. Having a good time. Pretty broad range. So, one thing that these do like, which you can kind of tell by the range is that you saw there, that map pretty closely said it was very mountainous regions. They like high elevations. That's where they prefer to nest, nesting up in those mountainous regions. And they're gonna build nests in trees and stuff, but sometimes in little nooks and crannies and wherever they can find a nice little safe spot to do. They're gonna build a little cup nest, and they're gonna lay about 3 to 4 eggs at a time, with 2 or 3 clutches per season. So not too bad. So a family can have between 6 to 12 babies a year. Not too bad. Not too bad for a mating couple. Now these it's kind of interesting. They are like not monogamous, but like a male and a female will pair up for a season. But there's a lot of mixed breeding, and a male may be helping to raise a clutch of eggs that aren't his, because they do a lot of sleeping around. But he might be the father of some other nests. So it's just like, yeah, they pair up, but they sleep around and they help out. The female's going to do pretty much all the incubating and most of the feeding, but the males kind of stick around, help protect the nest. They help out. Yeah, they help out. It's whatever breeding. Yeah, whatever breeding is a good way to do it. And that's pretty typical of finches. These guys are not migratory. They're pretty much going to stay in the same region because, as you see, their regions that they live in have pretty consistent climates, not really harsh winters or anything. So you're not going to get much migration out of these fellas. You know, they're widespread, and so, they will migrate, a bit over the course of their life, but it's not going to be like a seasonal migration. And it's more like most of the migrating that happens once they fledge and they move on, and they're going to go find a place that's different from where they grew up. And that's what you're going to see. I said, these little guys there. Oh, you back, Alder?
Hello.
Hey, welcome back. Hey, welcome back. Good, welcome back.
Hello. Yeah.
I was about to say these little fellas here are mostly vegetarian. They will eat the occasional bug, and they actually eat more bugs when they're juveniles than when they're adults. Little babies gotta eat protein.
Yeah.
Gotta have those proteins to eat. But as adults, they're mostly gonna have seeds and grasses, and they do like millet. But that's really more the domesticated ones that are gonna eat millet. Yeah, proteins for those gains. You got it, Hasio. Now, if you're wondering why, hey, Carvis, you got two different birds there. No, I don't. Well, I mean, I do. They are two different birds, but they're the same species. Up on top is a female, and the bottom is the male. So that red front that we, talking about, that's only going to be on the males. The females are much more solid in color, but you know what? I really like the colors on the females. Like, you got those golds and those different shades of brown. I think the girls are very, very pretty birds. But, I mean, the males, obviously, higher contrast. Big red spot on the front. Looking pretty cool. But I think they're both very pretty. Both very pretty. I like them.
Love them. They're so cute. Look at them.
These are cuties.
Tiny babies.
Now, one thing about these birds that one interesting bit of behavior that they have is that apparently these guys love baths. Like, seriously, the red-fronted Serin, like they will bathe every single day if they can. If there's a water source, they're gonna bathe every day. They love to stay clean. These are like the most hygienic, clean little birds out there. And I thought that was so cute because, yeah, look at these. Look at this. Just a group of dudes. Hanging out at the swimming pool, taking a bath together, just having a good time.
Dudes chilling in the bathtub.
Dudes. Yeah.
5 feet apart. Well, two centimeters apart because they're yeah.
Yeah. Exactly, Jindal. They bathe more frequently than some humans.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love watching birds bathe. It's so cool how they do it. They're just fluttering around in the water. It's so cute. So cute.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, they bathe daily if available. Now for the during when they're making babies, it's just going to be kind of the mating pair. The dad's going to hang around the nest while the babies are in there, protect the lady, do some feeding and stuff like that. But that's only going to be for a few months out of the year, usually the summer months. But the rest of the year, they live in flocks. Those flocks can be anywhere from like a dozen or so up to like 50 to 100 of them. They can get some pretty big size flocks. They love to hang out, and obviously for survival reasons, if you have a lot of eyes, keep an eye out for predators. It's a lot more eyes who can call the warning and get you all out of there safely. So safety.
Yeah.
They're also good at finding food together. So yeah, they like to live in flocks. They're very sociable little birds. We like that. We like social birds, which is actually pretty typical for finches. Finches are some of the most social of the passerine birds. And you see that behavior a lot, whether it's a goldfinch or, that the canary is a type of finch. And because of their close relation to the canary, these birds are actually often kept as pets. People will keep them as pets. And, a lot of wild birds do not thrive in captivity. Like, you try and put them in captivity, they're going to die. Yeah. Oh, RPG's saying... Oh, RPG's doing something. Yeah. I need to change. Sorry, I haven't been using that because nobody used it. But I'll reach out to you, Rooster. Don't worry about that. We'll talk about that later. I got you, Rooster. Don't worry. I'll reach out to you. Anyway, like I was saying, these little guys do well in captivity. They don't get super depressed and die like a lot of passerine birds do. And so, yeah, they can do pretty good. And, they can live up to 15 years in captivity and do pretty good. The
Yeah.
population estimates around there. The thing is, so like I saw a lot of places that said between 5 and 20 million. I saw a couple places that specifically said we're pretty sure in 2023 there's 8.9 million of them. I'm going to go
Ooh.
with that one because that one actually gave a specific number. But, it's so hard to get an accurate count of wild birds. Like,
Yeah.
you can't really count them. So that's kind of the estimations. But their population has been either stable or growing in pretty much every region they're in. So they are considered a species of least concern. They're
People
doing
love them.
just fine. Yeah, people like them. Well, I mean, you think about it, they don't have a ton of natural predators, but they do have a few.
Yeah.
But they're not going to be wiped out by human activity as badly as some other birds are. They're
Yeah.
pretty adaptable to a lot of different habitats, and a lot of the habitats that they enjoy being in are places that don't get really overly developed. They don't get bulldozed for farmland because it's like in Rocky Mountains. So, their habitat loss is less threatened than a lot of other animals, and yeah, people think of them as, they don't do a lot of damage to crops typically, so they're not considered a pest, so people don't kill them for that reason. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
as is true with pretty much all birds of their size, their biggest threat is going to be house cats.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cats in Turkey, so
Oh yeah.
these birds cannot live in cities.
Yeah. Yeah. House
Yeah.
cats will mess them up. Mess them up.
Mm-hmm.
Mess them up good. Mess them up
Yeah.
good. So yeah, not too much else out to say about that. It's like they're not the national bird of any country. They're not really big in any folklore. There's not too much to say about them other than just that, well, I guess my thoughts is that I just think they're fun little cuties. Look at all these guys just hanging out there having a bath.
Yeah.
So yeah, good hygienic little bird, nice little cuties, fun little guys. I like them. I mean, how can I not like them? I mean, it's like you're just a simple little passerine bird. I never have anything negative to say about these little guys. They're just good little guys doing their thing.
Yeah.
Just,
Just like us right now.
they're just normal birds. They're just innocent birds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so cute. So not too much to say about them. Great little birds. I like them. Hope you like them. We're going to call this bird of the day done. Okay.
Nice. Well, that was truly a bird.
Yeah, let's head back to the studio.
Okay.